You're listening to Chat with the Experts, brought to you by Angie's List on 93 WIBC.
Welcome back to Chat with the Experts, brought to you by Angie's List. We've been talking all about jewelry today on the show with the help of Greg Byers of Windsor Jewelry. Talking about everything from how to choose the best diamond to how to care for your jewelry to keep it sparkling. It's been a really good conversation with a lot of good information. Now it's time to turn to our Writer's Block segment, where we have one of the creators of Angie's List online and magazine content join us on the show each week. And today's guest is our old friend, Hugh Vandivier. He's a senior editor with Angie's List who oversees our Angie's List Indianapolis magazine. He's a seasoned journalism veteran who's contributed to a large collection of publications throughout the years. These days, he's known for heading up that indie magazine for Angie's List with great stories for the whole city. Hugh, welcome back to Chat with the Experts.
Thanks so much, Kyle. Great to be here, as always.
Well, we are now officially into the holiday season.
We're into it.
What's your favorite part of this time of year?
It's one of those kind of simple kind of things about walking downtown, maybe, or just with the lights up. I love how IPL's set up, and then the tree and everything like that, and you get to see the cherub on top of the Ayers clock, if you need to look for that. That's on the corner of Washington and Meridian Streets. Yep. And that graces our cover this month, too.
Okay, so. Excellent. Did you go to the tree lighting?
I didn't. I was out of town.
Okay.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, how was it?
I went. It was a lot of fun. It was raining, but I'd never been before. It was just only my fourth year in Indianapolis, but I've been told, it's something you should at least do once. It was definitely a lot of fun, cool to count down with everybody and see the fireworks once the lights turned on. So, yeah. Well, we're talking about the Indie magazine for the month of December, and you actually appear in the front of the magazine with some tips to de-stress during the holidays. What can you share with us? I
think that the biggest thing is family pushes our buttons better than anybody, and the thing is to just not let that happen. Okay. And we've got some tips on how to kind of just find some peace and things like that. But it's as simple as letting more light in. Obviously, we've got a darker time of year, but we've actually had kind of a nice fall leading into the season. So open those drapes, open the blinds, and let more of that sunshine in. That will be a natural way to help you de-stress. We talk about putting house plants in your house in non-obvious places like maybe your home office or bathroom. And also turn off your electronic devices before you go to bed. It's a simple thing, but it helps your natural cycles as far as just being able to get a good night's sleep. Yeah,
there was something included in those tips. I think it was as far as just enjoying things that you love about the season, and something that I learned not long after I met you was about persimmon pudding. And I'm just going to bring this up because I'd never even heard of it. I mean, what is persimmon? Maybe everybody knows this, and I'm the only one that
it's a very Hoosier thing, I think, and it's pudding kind of like an English pudding type is. So it's kind of thick, and I always refer to it as kind of like a really wet brownie. It's not something you can actually pick up. But here in Indiana, especially through the Midwest and even the East Coast, our types of persimmons are the small, very pulpy. They're kind of orange. When I was growing up, we had 2 persimmon trees, and we'd collect. You'd have to collect them fast because the bugs or the birds will get them really, really easily. Yeah. So we collect them, and we would pulp them out, and we would make persimmon pudding. I still have my grandmother's recipe, and one of the ingredients is butter the size of an egg. We think it's a stick of butter. So.
Okay. Well, so aside from persimmon pudding in the magazine, there's all kinds of different tips related to the holidays. And one of the things in there, there was some really great stain secrets, everything from candy canes to candle wax that might end up on your floor or elsewhere. What can get the stains out this holiday season?
The big thing, especially for candle wax, you want to ice it. You want to ice the wax so that you freeze it and pull it off. Scrape it off with a butter knife, And then if you still have residue, you want to cover it with paper and then run a warm iron over it, and that'll pick up the rest of the wax.
Crazy. Yeah, it's funny how easy some of that stuff turns out to be, but this is the time of year where stuff gets everywhere, stuff gets spilled, there's a lot more foot traffic, so those are good things to know. Another thing that was in the magazine that I really loved revolves around the eternal debate of a fake or a real tree. What should you consider when you're choosing a Christmas tree for your home?
Yeah, absolutely. We got down to it's $550 to get a new tree every year over 11 years based on the average cost. It's $85 for the price of an artificial tree, which lasts about 11 years on average. So that's a tremendous cost savings, really.
Yeah. What do you usually go for in your own home?
One of the things, I like to keep it modest, but one of the things that I found this tip, and I'm going to do it this year, is going to a nursery and getting a small tree that's actually potted. And what you can do is you can decorate your corner of your house with the tree, and then after the holidays, you can take it back and they will plant it.
Oh, wow.
So you're not actually
That's
killing
awesome.
the tree. Isn't that great?
Yeah. That's perfect.
Who
I don't
knew?
know why somebody didn't think of that. Maybe they did, and we
Maybe
didn't even
they
know.
did.
That's
Yeah.
a really great idea. Well, you have to let us know how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of trees, there's also a piece in there about a particular tree farm with a really cool story that
Absolutely.
have you share with us.
This is Tom and Carrie Dull have a tree farm that they started in 1985 when they planted 200 Scotch pines on 40 acres in Thornton, Indiana. Thorntown, as some people call it. And it's up northwest. So we profiled them as far as getting some tips on picking trees. We've got all sorts of great stuff in there, different types. We break down all the different types of trees that you can look at, from Korean firs to Norway spruce to white pines to blue spruces. And then, what the unique characteristics are of each of those. But also want to tell you that today, at the Dull's Tree Farm, they are having Newfoundlands from the South Central Newfoundland Club will be hooked up to carts to escort your tree from the place where you pick it and have it chopped down. So
wow, that's quite a service. Keeps you from having to lug it yourself.
Yeah, have some Newfies do it.
Yeah. I love the idea of the potted tree like you were talking about earlier, but one of my favorite memories growing up was going out with my dad to a tree farm and picking the tree and then cutting it down yourself. It's kind of something I think about this time of year all the time. It's really a cool option. It's neat to know that there's still tree farms out there and one even nearby that is worth checking out. Talk to us a little bit about the member project that gets highlighted this month.
This is a new department for us, and so we decided to delve into, basically start from photos that you, our members, are submitting when you submit your reviews. And there are some absolutely fantastic projects, and we said, well, why don't we feature some of those and see what the details are behind those? And some of the reviews tell us enough about, and some of we want to go beyond just they showed up on time and did a great job.
Sure.
And we found some amazing things. There's a family, Rob and Lauren Qualls, had bought a home from a foreclosure sale, and the bank turned off the power to the house, so the sump pump didn't work. So they had quite a bit of water in their basement that they had to recover. So they ripped out the walls, to make sure they didn't have any mold or anything, and they decided, let's go for it. And so he sketched out his concept for a complete, redo of the basement. So they have what they call the Happy Talk Pub, which they have put in. Okay. This thing is remarkable, and they've got all these great pictures. They've got signed Elvis print and things like that on the walls. He's got a wine closet. He's got a home theater, and all this stuff he helped with Glanner Construction. Helped him do this. I think the total cost was about $130,000.
Wow, that's incredible.
An 8-month project.
Yeah, it's cool because we know these stories are out there, but it's really fun to hear them and then kind of see the final products and the faces that were a part of it all. It's really kind of a cool, neat thing to add into our magazine content. Mm-hmm. Quickly, I want to talk with you about some of the fun events that are going to be going on around the holiday season here in Indianapolis. I know that you are always very wise about knowing everything that's happening. Tell us a few things that we should check out.
Well, going on today, if you've got some time, stop by in Zionsville. The Christmas in the Village is going on from noon to 3. We were there last year, and it's really, really fun. It's just they've got a great Santa's got a little house and all of it really harkens back to nice cobblestone or brick covered streets and nice little shops, and it is just a neat place, especially to take the family, and it's decorated really, really nicely. So Zionsville really does it up for Christmas.
Yeah.
Also too, I'm excited. I don't know about you. Excited about the new Star Wars movie coming out?
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, am I excited? Yeah, sure. I'm not over out of the moon, but I'm definitely going to go see it.
Well, the folks at 20 Tap on 54th and College are going to have a Star Wars night right before the premiere, like on December 16th.
Oh, excellent.
They're encouraging you to dress up in costumes.
Wow.
They will have a life-size Boba Fett, Han Solo, and Carbonite, and a life-size Stormtrooper for you. So
nice.
That is worth checking out.
Yeah, we all know at least a couple people that will be very excited to dress up and attend. Hugh, that's all the time we have for today, but I really appreciate you coming back on the show and sharing with us. It's always a blast to have you on.
Yeah, thanks.
You can check out all kinds of Angie's List content, articles, videos, podcasts, and a lot more by going to angieslist.com. If you would like your own copy of the Angie's List magazine, all you have to do is subscribe to Angie's List. If you go to angieslist.com, click Join Now, use the promo code WIBC40, you'll get 40% off an annual membership. It's under $10. You'll get access to reviews of service providers in your area and get subscribed to our monthly magazine. Big thank you again to Greg Byers for coming on the show to talk all about jewelry today. That's going to do it for Chat with the Experts. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next time.
More than 2 million members use the power of Angie's List to find and hire great local service providers. Whether you need a plumber or a pet sitter, Angie's List has you covered. See ratings and reviews in hundreds of categories, shop popular offers, and request scheduling assistance directly online. Memberships start at just $9.99 per year. That's less than $1 a month. Join now and get 40% off with promo code WIBC40. Visit angieslist.com today.